Hello everyone. Welcome to topic of the day. Now recently the Ministry of Finance in its latest review, that is the monthly economic review, cautioned about the re-emergence of twin deficit problem in the Indian economy. So in this edition we shall be discussing about the twin deficit problem. Now first of all we'll take a look and see what the report says. Now the report states that India, however, is at low risk of stagflation owing to its prudent stabilisation policies or the careful stabilisation policies by the government. Now, when we say stagflation, it means when an economy suffers both from increase in inflation and stagnation in economic output at the same time, or rather say slow economic growth and relatively higher unemployment at the same time. Secondly, the report states that in a black swan event comprising a combination of shocks, there is a 5% chance of outflows under portfolio investments of 7.7% of the GDP and short-term trade credit retrenchment or decrease of 3.9% of the GDP. Now, what is a black swan event? It is used as a metaphor that means a rare or unpredictable event, or rather say a surprise event that has significant impact on the society. However, India continued to be the quickest growing economy among the major countries in the year 2022-23. Now let us discuss what is twin deficit. Twin deficit identity is used to refer to a nation's current account deficit (CAD) and a simultaneous fiscal deficit. Now let us see what both of these terms mean. First of all, a fiscal deficit is a budget shortfall. The fiscal deficit is essentially the amount of money that the government has to borrow in any year, that is to fill the gap between its expenditures and revenues. Whereas a current account deficit means a country is sending more money overseas for goods and services than what it is receiving. Now, the current account essentially refers to two specific subparts. First one is import and export of goods, that is the trade account. And then we have import and export of services that are known as invisible accounts. Now let us discuss on some of the issues and challenges. First of all, the economic growth outlook is likely to be affected by several factors like trade disruptions, export bans, and the resulting surge in global commodity prices. Secondly, costlier imports such as crude oil and other commodities will lead to widening of the current account deficit. Also, when there is a cut in excise duty on diesel and petrol, the government revenues take a hit. Also, the higher fiscal deficit may lead to government pool funds from market that in turn lead to less funds with private sector. Now, Indian financial market have witnessed hefty foreign investment outflows that leads to increase in the current account deficit. Another one is higher commodity prices and rising subsidy burden that is leading to an increase in both fiscal deficit and the current account deficit. Now, let us discuss on some of the possible way ahead. First of all, the accommodative fiscal stances of the Monetary Policy Committee help investors to make a robust investment. Secondly, focusing on maintaining the stock of essential commodities to balance the demand and supply situation will be of great help. For example, the recent India's ban on wheat export to tame the demand and supply situation. Also, we can trim revenue expenditures. Further on, rationalizing non-capital expenditure has also become critical, not only for protecting growth supportive capital, but also for avoiding fiscal slippages. Now, the capital expenditure essentially refers to money spent on creating productive assets such as roads, buildings, ports, etc. Now, there are certain terms used above and as we have explained earlier. For example, stagflation, and then we have the black swan event. Now, this term black swan event has been in news lately. So you can pause and have a look at meanings of these terms. Now, let us take up a practice question on this topic. With reference to the black swan event, sometimes seen in news, consider the following statements. First, it is a rare and unpredictable event. Second, COVID-19 pandemic is an example of a black swan event. Now, which of the above statement is correct? You can write your answers in the comment section below. Now, the correct option is option A, that is only the first statement is correct. As in, the black swan event is rare and unpredictable. whereas the COVID-19 pandemic was not unpredictable. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Topic of the Day. Now, to study these topics in detail, you can also check on the Daily Current Affairs section on our website. I hope you liked the video, and for more such videos, do stay tuned to the Next IAS YouTube channel.